Well, hello everybody, it's Clutch here from Sodak Motorcycle Blog. How's it going today? So, today we finally got the video you've been waiting for. My final review of the Mick-O-Pegs. Coming up. Mick-O-Pegs, my final review. So, those of you that haven't been around, I bought these back in January and got to use them all this riding season. Got to experience how, I've always heard they were really good, and I finally went and bought some, and well, this year I finally got to review them a little bit, and I'll tell you this much. I absolutely love these pegs. These pegs are absolutely awesome. For me, they've been a game changer. Those, combined with this Russell Dalon seat right here, has probably been one of the best things that happened to me on a motorcycle, just for long distance comfort and all that stuff. And for those of you who don't know, basically the pegs is they're up like that when you're not using them. When you're using them, they're down, but when you're not using them, they spring right back up into place. So that way, like if you're going on a twisty road or something, you're not going to drag pegs. If you're doing some low speed exercise in the parking lot, same deal. You pop them up out of the way and they're out of the way. Plus, if your bike falls over, like this one actually fell over in the wind, the spring actually destroyed that mirror. And well, basically what happened is the peg bent in just a little bit there. Like the whole deal basically moved up, and it just took a little crack out of that, but that was all the damage it did. Otherwise, and the peg, I think, got tweaked just a little bit, but for the most part, it's still in good shape. And so, but it handled it just fine. Like, it didn't shear off. Like, I had a set of Kuryakin ones on this before, dropped my bike accidentally, and they sheared off on me. So, this did not shear off. So, before I go down the road and explain what's good about it, I'm going to explain some of the things I don't like about it. So, first of all, I will say this, getting them in this absolute right position is kind of a pain in the neck. If you got to do any kind of servicing, like for my example, just did the spark plugs on this. To get this bottom cover off, you got to pull the peg completely off. Now, it's doable, and I basically put some painter's tape on there to mark kind of where the position was approximately, and it worked pretty well, but still, nonetheless, it's kind of a pain in the neck. It's kind of a disadvantage of it, and for the most part, I think it's unavoidable just because of the design of them. But it makes for a nice little sleek design for them. The other thing is when you're putting this part on, it's kind of a pain in the neck. There's a just right technique to do it, to make the spring and everything fit together, and that can be kind of a pain in the neck for you as well. Although probably the biggest thing I don't like about it is, well, you can see this peg right here. Those pegs were black like that little button is when I got them. The color, whatever color they use on these pegs, does not handle the sun very well at all, because they're brass now, I think, or brass or copper or something. I think it's brass. But yeah, they're not black anymore. That's just one season of riding that got rid of all that black paint on them. So the pegs are nothing to write home about. Honestly, though, it's not really the end of the world for me. But if you're really bothered by it, you can actually put like a Kuryakin peg or something like that on these pegs if you want to do something a little different. So you can keep that in mind. Now, some would say for, the $400 price tag, the peg should be great. Yeah, you're right, but you know what? It is what it is, right? So that's another disadvantage. Also, when you're getting used to them, it's kind of it's there. You kind of gotta almost sometimes wrench your legs in the air pretty good. Like you really gotta put your leg in the air to get on it. But once you're on it, it's great. And once you're on it, it's great. Plus, that spring load, it gets them right out of the way right away. You ain't got to worry about them. So, but, well, I'm doing an oil change today, so, and I'm gonna do my warming up the bike step by taking the bike out and going lunch. So let's go ahead and take this down the road a little further, and I will tell you some more about it. Okay, so now the things I like about it. First of all, these pegs don't get in the way on the corners. You see? I mean, and it's nice because it used to be like with my Kuryakin pegs, man, you take any kind of, most turns I would take, you'd scrape. You know, and it kind of, you know, kind of sucked when even taking corners on city streets you're scraping on, but here, there's no scraping at all. In addition to that, whenever I do like low speed exercise or something, I'd always need to take a wrench with me so I could take my Kuryakin pegs off so that I could do my drills without the pegs getting in the way, because you're doing low speed drills and you need to lean over. Guess what? Mick-O-Pegs or the Kuryakin pegs are going to get in the way. But these ones, they do not. The drills I've done with these, they don't get in the way at all. As a matter of fact, I dumped it with these pegs on it and they just handled it like a champ. Left a little scrape on the peg, but you know what? For the most part, all was well. So they stay out of the way when you want them on the way, and when you want them down, guess what? They're right in the way. And we get them positioned right, man, they are just right. Like this is perfect right here. Gives me a nice good relaxed relaxed kind of cruiser style riding position, which is really what I was looking for. Like that was really what I was looking for, because that's something you miss especially on a Honda Goldwing, where it wants to position your legs in kind of in that little more aggressive kind of a, you know, almost not quite a crotch rocket style or sport bike style, but kind of a sportier kind of stance. But when you're going down the road, like I said, you get your legs out here, and like I said, it's perfect. Especially once you get in the perfect spot. Obviously, you got to read the instructions. You know, measure your inseam. Make sure you get the right size for your inseam, because it will make a difference as far as your comfort level goes. And honestly, I lucked out and managed to get it, like I said, just right. But so I'm trying to remember, I got the KD style, which is meant for, if I remember right, 29.5 to 32.5, and I got about a 29-inch inseam. So, and like I said, they work just about perfect for me. And once you get used to putting your feet on them, they're not too bad to have. And like I said, this whole summer I have canceled. Damn, Senna. Basically, this summer has been absolutely awesome riding these things. I probably get on, I'm probably sitting right about maybe 8,500 miles I've had with these, and like I said, I haven't regretted this purchase for a second. It was well worth the money for me. You know, and it's kind of nice when you find that. I mean, I almost had my highway pegs and my 1500. They were just about right, but still, they were Kuryakin pegs, so you'd always worry about the things getting shearing off on you, or your bike tips over and you put it through the case. But hell, you didn't want to give them up. Like when I'd put the things level, I just could not, I didn't like the position of them. It was not comfortable for me. Like I said, this one, you got the best of both worlds. Comfort when you need it, out of the way when you don't. I think they're fairly durable, other than the paint on those pegs, but it holds up anyway. And really, for me, it doesn't bother me that the paint faded off the pegs. I really don't care about that. I just care that they work good for me, which they do. Otherwise, they're a great product. They're a really good product. I will say this, their customer service is kind of a pain sometimes. Like, it's kind of hard to get a hold of those guys. But it seemed to me like the best way to get a hold of them, like I had the best luck with them when I sent them emails. So I would coordinate it with them right away, figure out what you want, and get them ordered, and let them run all the PayPal process. Because I managed to accidentally order them off the old website, so I had to pay like another, I think it was $50 because they had the old prices. But honestly though, that little bit of inconvenience is not too bad, because like I said, this has been just, these have been phenomenal pegs. Like I would recommend these pegs to anybody. If you can put Mick-O-Pegs on your bike, I would do it. I would do it again. Like, honestly, these pegs are coming with me if I ever trade this off. And if it's for another 1800 like this one, the pegs are coming with me. Like, that's how much I enjoy them. And if I buy like a new, you know, one of the new 1800s, well then I'll buy, if they've got the option available for the new 1800s, I'm gonna buy one of them. Like I said, these pegs just changed everything. This would be my second purchase of a motorcycle now. My first purchase would be get the seat figured out and get it sent in so that you could have Russell Daylong rebuild it for you. The second purchase though would be a set of Mick-O-Pegs. They've been a really great product for me and I really enjoy them. But I think that's about all I can say for this video. But anyways, I'd like to thank you for stopping by the Sodak Motorcycle Blog. Once again, I am Clutch. We come out with new videos every Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time here in North America. Although, if you want to be reminded of them, you can click that bell notification icon when you click subscribe, which reminds me, click subscribe. Go and like the video if you like it, dislike it if you don't. Feel free to comment. If you got any questions for me, go ahead, you can reach out through the comment section, or you can get a hold of me via our Facebook page or Instagram page. Facebook, just search Sodak Motorcycle Blog. You can do the same thing on Instagram, or search Clutch605. Both will get you to me. But anyways, I thank you for stopping by. This is Clutch for the Sodak Motorcycle Blog. You have a good day.